Okay, come here.
In 3, 2.
Kelly and I started attending Vineyard Church North Phoenix in 2001 and officially joined in January of 2002. After a sermon in which Pastor Brian discussed the things that are expected of Christians, worship, meditation, small groups, and tithing, among others, Kelly and I discussed it and felt the Lord was placing it on our hearts to begin tithing. When we discussed it, there wasn't that much concern over giving necessarily. We had 2 paychecks and we could pay our bills. The bigger issue really was the idea of surrendering control of our money. Tithing 10% of our income was a way bigger deal than just giving the odd $20 bill here or there.
But we were convicted to go for it, and we decided to follow the Bible's instructions and started with 10%. And I can remember the first few years took some getting used to. I don't remember missing the money, although I'm sure there were a couple of times when we were posting the tithe to the checkbook that Satan was in our ears. Are you insane? But we wanted to remain faithful to God and the commitment we made, and by God's grace, we were able to tithe 10% of our income and give above that, even through some big financial challenges.
2008, during the financial crisis, it really gripped the United States, and especially my industry. We then moved again as a family in 2017, which is always expensive. I also moved my business to a new location in 2019. And I mention these things because all of these involved increased financial commitments for Kelly and I. But again, by God's grace and our willingness to trust Him, put Him first in our lives, He's continued to watch over us and bless us.
And putting God first in our lives financially has impacted our overall relationship with Him. Maybe one of the most significant results of our faithfulness to God through tithing is that we are now debt-free.
And Kelly and I have never felt more at peace daily and secure in our lives. Taking money out of your pocket and giving it to an unseen entity is an act of faith and runs counter to human nature. Even with all the evidence I have, even with the overwhelming proof that the Lord gives me that He is faithful, I still struggle every once in a while with putting that tithe into the checkbook. But the Lord's been faithful, and He gives me strength to tithe as well as blessing the tithe. We are truly learning to live out one of our favorite passages of Scripture, Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will guide your path. God has blessed Kelly and I beyond what we would have imagined.
We're Jack and Kelly Bethel, and this is our story.